So, Vivek, when I think of Surgeon General warning labels, I think of tobacco. Um, Now you're issuing one for social media. What is it that made the Surgeon General issue warning labels for social media at this time?
Well, Kirsten, one of the first issues I started hearing about during my second term as Surgeon General was about social media. And this was coming from parents in particular. And the most common question they were asking me was, is social media safe for my kids? And behind that question was a worry that it wasn't, because they were seeing what was happening to their kids, in terms of how it was impacting their sleep and their learning. They were seeing how it impacted their self esteem. They were seeing at times their kids bullied and harassed online and wondering, are you sure this is okay? At the same time, parents would often say to me, if it's out there and if it's free and available for my kids to use, it must be safe, right? Somebody must have checked it out and made sure it was okay. So that is actually what prompted me to go on this journey. And the first pit stop there was actually after the conversations to issue a Surgeon General's advisory last year on social media and youth mental health. And there are two really important things that came from that ultimately led to this recent announcement about a warning label. The first was the answer to the parents' question about, hey, is this safe for my kids? There actually wasn't enough data for us to say with confidence that social media was safe for kids. Um, the second thing that we were finding is that there was actually increasing evidence of harm. And that evidence was coming through multiple channels. One, in the data, we were seeing an association between social media use and youth mental health harms. Now, there's some debate, an important debate in the scientific community about what is the size of that association. What is the significance of that association? Is it greater in some subgroups than others? And it certainly does look like it is greater among girls than boys, for example, when you're looking at adolescents. That be as it may, the association was there in multiple studies. What we were also seeing or data points that told us, for example, that adolescents using social media 3 hours or more a day, that was associated with a doubling of risk of anxiety and depression symptoms. But what was also interesting, Kirsten, was the data that was coming from young people themselves, right? So we had survey data, other measures that were telling us that young people were actually concerned about the harms of social media. It didn't mean